everyone, today we are trying something new. I didn't film a headless intro. Here is my head, and today we're making this soap. I already made the soap, so I'm filming the intro after I made the soap, but here it is. It is green, multiple shades of green. So there's the lighter green, and then there's a dark green, and then the white frosting. And in the video I swirled the top before I put on the frosting, but I probably should have just left the top swirled because it looked really good. But then I was already committed to the frosting, so here we are. I love doing the frosting. That's one of my favorite parts of soap making right now. So here's the different bars. It's lime scented, and St. Patrick's Day is the 17th, so this soap was inspired by St. Patrick's Day. Anyways, let's get into the making of this soap. I had fun. I hope it's fun to watch, and the video might be a little bit shaky because I already edited a version of this video that was a reel on my Instagram. Before we start the part of the soap for the soap loaf, we're going to mix the frosting again because I don't like to wait a long time afterwards. So we're gonna put in the titanium dioxide and then pour in the lye water. So here's the titanium dioxide, one. Now here's the lye water, pour that right in. So now we'll blend it up. Now I'm going to put the lid on this and put it to this side. Now here's the oils and lye water for the main batch. Now we're going to blend this to an emulsion as well. And I think that's ready. Now we'll pour off some into each of the buckets for the colors. I'm doing it shades of green because St. Patrick's Day. I think that's about good. It's going to be mostly white though, but the swirls are going to be shades of green. And I'm doing this in the pot swirl. Haven't done one of these in quite a long time. I think the last time I did it was when I did the solar system soap, and that didn't really work out well. Here's the bigger of my teeny tiny spatulas. So we're going to do white titanium dioxide into the big container, and then I'll pour some of the green into each of those. Now for the colors, this one is called Hello Spring or Spring Green. I already can't remember, and I just put these in the containers like 10 minutes ago. And then I'll put the remaining color into the piping bag when I do the frosting. I like frosting soap. It's calming to do. And this one was called Alpine Green. Now we can blend them up, starting with the white. I love blending in black and white because I feel like the color changes really quickly. I spatula down the sides of the container of the white, so that one's going to need to be blended up a bit more again, but so will these. We're going to start with the lighter green. Yay! I really like this green. Of the greens that I've used so far, this is my favorite. My batter's just so yellow that all the colors look a little bit funky when they have not been saponified yet. And I don't actually know what makes it so yellow because I don't think I use any oils that are overly yellow. Now for the darker green. Ooh. This one dispersed really well. It looks a little bit blue, and I think that's just because it's such a deep green. I love it. going to blend up the white a little bit more. I want them all to be a little bit thicker before I add the essential oil. This color is definitely looking a little bit nasty, but it's the same green that I used in the Rare Disease Day soap, so I know it's gonna turn back to not nasty. The camera turned off on us, so I don't know when that happened, but we're back now. Now I'm going to pour the two greens into the white so we can do the in the pot swirl. I'm just going to pour them straight down the two sides, opposite sides of each other. I am going to leave what remains in these two buckets for putting on the top, and we're going to pour it in. I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out, because I did these where the colored parts were about even with the amount of white, and that they were all about the same thickness. Now to spatula out all of the containers and put the remaining color on the tops, I'm going to tap this down on the ground. I don't know if it needs that, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Oh, ew. Maybe not, because I don't think it needs it, because how could there be air bubbles if it's this liquidy? Going to turn off the camera and I will come back when our piping is ready. Our soap piping is ready, and I tried to put the remaining colorant down the sides of the bag like I did on the other ones, but it got a little clumpy in some places, so I'm not really sure how it's going to end up looking. I swirled the top. I actually really like the top of this, but I have committed to frosting. Ta-da! Now I will spritz it with alcohol and then set it aside to be cut tomorrow. It has been a couple days and we're going to cut this soap. The ends of this got really squished when I was trying to unmold it. We're cutting it, and so I gotta make sure I cut off the end part that got squished. Now we think good thoughts about this actually cutting through and not being a disaster like the other two soaps. Just gonna go for it. We're getting there. I don't know why it's so hard for me to cut frosted soaps. It's going much more smoothly now. Once I got it through the top, it's been a lot easier to cut. So I think I need to figure out how to make it so that there's no overhang on one of the sides at least, so that I can lay it on its side to cut, because I think the leverage that way would be easier. You guys, the swirl looks amazing. Well, this end bar doesn't look as awesome as the other side. I'm really excited about this. This is my most successful swirl of all the swirls that I've done, and I love it. I gotta figure out where to put these though, because we're working on a very cramped table because I didn't feel like cleaning off the table before starting. This is one predicament of doing the frosting the way I have decided to do it, is that it kind of has air pockets. The bottom of the soap is still very soft, so if you saw that, I kind of pushed my finger into that one, but I just smoothed it back out, and hopefully you won't be able to tell once it cures. Oh no. Now this one has taken an even bigger hit. Yes. Now we wipe down the wires and do the rest of the sew. This side also is very messed up. Dun, 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 dun. And I couldn't be happier with this swirl. Thank you for watching and coming along on this soap journey with me. And I'll see you next time. Bye!